we have a school which just started. Monica bought herself a flat with a studio to it, and she called it Espaço Novo with a 9, but in Portuguese it's also the new. And she's doing gypsy dance in there, and the other person we have in Lisbon is Liliana, who does her dancer terapia in the hospital. Then we have the Algarve. It's Sabine. She does. She's a social worker, and she also works for weddings where she does rituals. It's like a blessing where people who don't get married in the church, because it's quite fashionable at the moment to get married, for example, on the beach. And they want a bit of still a formal situation, so that's what she creates for them, like something to remember. And then there is me. I come to that a little bit later. We also have Marta, who helps us a lot, especially with organizing things, with technical things, and as like Sabine and me, we're not Portuguese, we're the German part of Portugal. Her Portuguese is obviously better than ours, so we ask her for help to do things like, for example, speak to Rui in Serpa and help us organize things. We also have Carolina, which is the nomad, and she travels a lot, and from time to time she is in Portugal, but it's not that often. So it's like the work in Portugal, it's a bit seasonal. Like the water, it's coming and going and coming and going. As you all know, Portugal is in a big crisis, so things happen and they go. They happen and they go. And sometimes it feels like you start all over again and all over again. But well, it doesn't matter. It's always a new beginning, and new ideas. Monica is also more or less in charge of on Facebook. She created a new page, which is Danza Duende Lusitania, where we can post things. Our little Portugal on the side tries to create things and try to awaken Portugal for the Dança Duende, which actually exists. I started in 2007. So on and off, things happen, and we try to use the means of the Facebook to make things public. Monica complained we're not doing a lot there, but we try our best. The thing is that like Sabine and me, we're not dancers. We do that as a pastime. I give a little Oriental Duende class, which I combine with and without Duende. Normal Oriental class with Oriental Duende class, because as everybody experienced here, there are students who like the form, but they not really into the kind of free Duende, the idea of Duende. They want their choreography. They want to come and to consume and to go. They don't want themselves to learn something else than the dance. So I have to try and split myself between these two things, which sometimes it works good and I have quite a few students, and sometimes it doesn't, and then it kind of, as I said, like the water, the seasons, it comes and goes. At the moment, I found a very good place actually, which is not nice as an environment. It is called Laboratorio Artístico de Lagos. It's an old prison. It is, and it's, as you can imagine, a prison. It's concrete. It's robust. It has concrete floors, no mirrors, no nothing. But the good thing is sometimes we have exhibitions in our room. So we have nice paintings or sculptures or something. So it also changes all the time. I started last month with a project. I called it Danza Duende Experimental, or experimental, which this word experimental came to me. It fits in both languages, because the Algarve is half English, half Portuguese, or mainly English spoken. So I had to try to find something. The problem is, if you call it free duende, people think it's for free. We tried that. So I had to think of something else,
which they could pay.
The problem of the payment is that, spoken before as well, lots of people have no money. The thing is, in winter they have the time, but they don't have the money. In summer they have the money, but they don't have the time. So to try also to find a compromise, not just to find a day or a time or whatever, I do this by donation. But I said the minimum is €5, because the attitude, like something that doesn't cost anything, is nothing.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a difficult situation to try and get something that serves everybody. The other thing is, as everybody knows, it's not my profession to dance. I'm a hairstylist. So what I will do in spring, that I will gather clients or friends and families, whatever groups they put together, and try and show them what to do with their hair or makeup to kind of improve a little bit, or not always say, yeah, but I don't know how to do this. Or so just give little workshops to just encourage people not to just do a ponytail, or to just also get in touch with themselves. Because very often we live a very casual life in the Algarve. It's like, beach and bar and pub and golf and nothing else, sort of. Not exactly, but a lot of people live like this. And to get them out a little bit and see that there is something else, because my intention was to also, there's a lot of competition in the Algarve, not just about amongst dancers or in general. It's like very much an elbow society. So I wanted to share the wisdom and the tools and the goodness and richness of the Danza Duende, and to kind of plant seeds which show the people a different way, that you can achieve something, and you can actually achieve more when you work together. And luckily I found a few people where I can try and do things with. They're not into the Danza Duende, but they kind of have a bit of different perception. So like a beautician I worked with, where we already did some of these workshops. Or I have a friend, she comes from yoga and healing, and we share a base of knowledge about natural things and remedies and stuff. And we thought we create a group of women where we can share this. Everybody shares their knowledge of things. Unfortunately, at the moment, it's more like we meet for lunch and eat and drink.
Can you talk about also what experience was the level 1 that you did?
Yeah, I was there. Well, like this, there are a lot of little things where I try to implement the idea of Danza Duende. And I hope this Danza Duende Experimental is going to be a continuous group where we can work. I have to kind of keep it open because it's a coming and going in the Algarve. So to serve then for the people who just want to come once, but also for the people who want to continue working. And in the level 1, which we did this year in September, in Monchique, which is a very, very nice place, Karuna. And I hope we can do a lot of things in there soon. Anna is a really nice woman and a good cook.
She's the ex-girlfriend of my ex-husband.
She missed you because actually when we started to think about giving the level 1 in Portugal, we were thinking Yuma would do it. But then Yuma decided it's time somebody else does it, so Monica and Carolina did it, and they did a really good job. We were, with them together, we were 18 people, which was quite amazing. Most of the people came from outside. We had quite a big group from South America, like Peru, Colombia, Brazil. I don't know, 5 or 6 girls came. I mean, some lived in Portugal or Spain. We had English. We had a man. Kilian came from New York. Maybe last year from Serpa. Most of you remember.
It's just nice to know that Kilian is a good friend of the Jack Nyland that did our logo. That's how we know him.
Okay. And I'm planning, we have thought, Carolina and me, to do a little retreat, like a long weekend in Monchique. Monchique is, unfortunately, it's closed over the winter. They do their own retreats and it's too cold up there. It's like here.
Sorry, where is Monchique?
Monchique is a mountain in the Algarve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. It has a very nice view. It's excluded. Not as excluded as Lalita, but you will have to walk a little bit to get somewhere. And with Carolina, we planned like a Dakini beauty dance retreat.
Can you say it?
Dakini beauty dance retreat for a weekend, which has to be finalized still. And we hope that we can do another level 1 soon in the Algarve.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and we also would like to invite people to come, but we still first we have to kind of create groups or enough people who would like to come to see Gypsy Duende or Tango Duende or something else to make it worthwhile. And as we don't have a school as such, only in Lisbon, not in the Algarve, we would have to find then a place and organize things, so this has to be really thought through. And
As we only have 4 minutes, maybe Serpa is a very important...
yeah, I didn't speak about Serpa because we have an extra time to speak about Serpa.
But anyway, maybe
But
just
Serpa
talk about the relationship
Yeah.
with Baal or something like that, because it's part of Portugal.
The other pillar in Portugal is Serpa, that every 3 years, it's for the 3rd time now, we're going to do inside the month of Baal. It's Baal 17 is a theater group. our week of Danza Duende. And
Noite na Nora is the name.
Noite na Nora, which is the nights of Nora is the big water wheel. We are still in organization level, but the date is fixed, and as we don't get any subsidizes or very little from the state, we are trying to make it as economical and affordable for the people who want
Yes.
to come.
No, this we
And,
will talk about, but now
and-
it's more to say that in Serpa we do have very important friends that have a legal association that live there since very long time, that are very good producers, very good logistical help. They don't have money because the crisis in Portugal is like Greece. People don't talk too much about Portugal, but it's not less than Greece, the drama going in Portugal. It's just that Portuguese are more discreet. And that is important to know when we talk about Portugal, because BAL 17 has been a very good friend of the project since now 9 years. So it's important. What else about Portugal? So Liliane is always present, but she's a little bit like taking some time. Carolina is going all over the world and it's going very well. Monica has opened this new school, and it's very interesting. And if you like to go in internet and see what she's doing, because it is important, because it's the second school, the second house. The first house is Metissat, and then now the new house is Lisbon, which is, I think, an important point for Portugal, because what we're doing here we could do there, we could do in Lisbon. What else could we say? The ritual could be linked to Thalys, it's going on in Portugal, and Sabina told me it's going well, she's having clients. There's a lot of rich people in Algarve, not Portuguese usually, but or maybe Portuguese star system. It's like Ibiza a little bit, you know. The stars, they go to Algarve.
The thing is that me also, we work for wedding planners, and they book then like what they want. Unfortunately, I do the work first, I go, and then Sabine carries on, so we never kind of meet. And very...
Yes, but this is after tomorrow topic. The topic today is more that there's a potential there, and a potential of creating relationships. The topic of problems and coordination is after tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not the main topic today, so that we stay in a good mood. Okay. Do we have anything else? There's 20 seconds. Nothing else about Portugal important?
Janet, she's not active in Danza Duende.
No.
Janet
She's
is
a
not-
friend.
She's a friend.
Yeah.
She's a friend.
I found somebody also in Danza Oriental. We work together without competition, and we're planning to do a little show in November.
Who's that?
A friend.
Ah, okay.
But she's interested in Danza Duende as well, and she might think.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway.